Hi, my name is Dr. Randy Roman. I've been a chiropractor for over 25 years, and I practice here in Grand Junction. And I just love being a chiropractor because it affords a way to get to the cause of the problem. So many times in our society, there's many quick fixes, and a lot of times that comes through medications, which there is a time and place, but there's also side effects, and especially when it comes to pain management. Somebody's line of defense is just, let's give some drugs. And so there are many side effects, and it's affecting our country in ways that no one ever imagined. So this is one of the reasons I love being a chiropractor, to help people get to the cause of their problem. And as a chiropractor, I like to look to the spine. If we just look at this diagram here, you can see here's the brain, here's the spinal cord. The lines that come off of the spine represent all the different nerves. The nerves send signals from the brain out to the body back to the brain. They travel over these nerves like pathways. What happens in life though, through stresses, what I call the 3 T's, you have trauma, thoughts, and toxins that affect our spine in different ways. But all it does is cause a lot of tension, affecting posture, causing the bones to get out of alignment, putting pressure on the nerves. And when there's pressure on the nerve, the signal cannot get all the way through. That leads to symptoms. And when the symptoms arise, people usually take a medication to suppress the symptom, which might work for a while, but it leads, unfortunately, to bigger problems later down the road. So as a chiropractor, I love looking to the spine to find the cause and restore the proper alignment, allowing the signal to flow freely through adjustments, exercise, and even helping with a positive outlook by reading scripture, by prayer, by having quiet time. It's all connected. The body is more than just the physical. It's physical, absolutely no doubt. The body is physical, it's chemical, and it's emotional, and if you're open to it, even spiritual. So it's like a braided rope. And in that rope, when you pull on one strand, you affect all 4 of them. And that's one of the reasons I love being a chiropractor. It allows us to have meaningful conversations in our consults, on our visits, to help find really what's the cause. And so not only through physical adjustments, by realigning the spine, but also through prayer and reading scripture and believing more in God's promises than the enemy's lies. So for general physical health, the body needs to receive nutrients, absorb them, get rid of the waste. One of the best things to do is movement. We need to keep moving. Life is motion and motion is life. However, what happens, there's certain postures people get over time. When you see someone walking down the street and their posture's hunched over, that did not happen in one day. That's a process that started and it was never corrected, and the body's always trying to adapt. The thing about it is the body will never do anything to hurt you or harm you. It's just trying to adapt to the environment it's in. Just like on a hot day, our body will sweat or perspire. Similarly, on a cold day, our body will shiver. And sometimes when it's so cold, our body might even get frostbite. It's only to sacrifice the hands and the toes to keep you alive, to keep your heart and lungs going. So the body's always trying to adapt. And one thing you can do to help your body stay healthy is to do just simple exercise to keep motion in the spine. So whether you're eating, whether you're walking, just to have the posture. Posture is so simple and profound, it affects everything. When the body is in a hunch posture or flexion, it compresses everything. So you want to keep the body upright. One of the minimal things you can do, even if someone is sad, a child is crying, someone is crying, their chin is down, just lifting the chin will cause a person to literally stop crying. The physiology will dictate the mind or the mood. Your physiology will dictate your mood. If you see someone like this, that whole posture is speaking. If someone's sitting up, it's a whole different attitude, if you will. And so one of the simplest things for overall health is just posture. Sitting up tall, walking and moving. Life is motion, motion is life. So when it comes to the body, mental health is critical to our physiology. When it comes to mental health, you have hormones, you have nutritional needs, all impact our overall outlook and mental health perspective. And when it comes to mental health too, when you're dealing with addictions or other forms of mental illness, it can cause people to think things that are not true, but they believe it true. And so it's a very, very delicate situation when it comes to mental health. One of the things we have to look at is saying, when people in the past, from a certain trauma that might have happened many, many years ago, they adapted strategies to survive. And how to unpack those to keep them moving forward takes time and lots of love and patience and guided healthcare in that regard. And so when it comes to mental health, it does have effect on our physical health. For many years, people prescribe medications, and those medications change the way the brain wires and thinks. And so, again, starting from a clean slate, to have whole foods, to exercise, and see what's possible to sometimes lessen the load, the toxic load in someone's body, will allow their body to function and thrive the way it was designed to. Because when there's physical stress, chemical stress, it starts layering. And those layers, the body can adapt, but it can only do so much, and it starts to break down. And that breakdown means they turn to other substances to numb the pain, whether it's alcohol, drugs, recreational, or sometimes prescribed that get abused. So it's a really fine line when it comes to mental health, to really have someone that they can talk to, they can get the help that they truly need to keep moving forward. Coming back to looking at the body, our body is physical, it's chemical, it's emotional, and how each, and spiritual, and how each one interplay with one another. Sometimes the border and the margins are undefined. You can't tell where one starts, one begins. But one of the simplest things is gratitude. Gratitude, being thankful. By being thankful and expressing gratitude, that opens up a whole different perspective. Being grateful. Do you know that our body is so complex that the tears of sorrow have a different chemical makeup than the tears of joy? That's how entrenched our emotions are to our physiology. And another simple one is asking for forgiveness. Not carrying things that happened a long time ago. Sometimes forgiving other people, but sometimes ultimately forgiving ourselves. To forgive ourselves for the decisions we made and things that have happened in the past. You know, I read it once. Every saint has a past and every sinner has a future. So the power of forgiveness and the power of gratitude can really open up a whole new reality. So in a case where someone's really hurting, as long as they're not seeing blood or a bone sticking out, but general aches and pains, neuromuscular classification, a shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, some of the most common, the number one remedy that you can do is apply ice. When in doubt, apply ice. Getting ice, something cold, apply over the area. That will help reduce the swelling and inflammation and help allow the body to heal so you can keep moving. Use ice. When in doubt, always ice. You want to reduce the swelling and inflammation. That's why many people take anti-inflammatories. It reduces swelling and inflammation. But it has to go to your stomach, out to your whole digestion system, and then get circulation. With ice, it goes directly over the area. 5 to 10 minutes, whether it's the elbow, the knee, the low back. Always use ice. Any type of injury, ice. It's like, I mean, some people say for chronic, use heat, or acute, use ice. Ice is by far the best remedy you can ever use for any. A mosquito bite, you put ice on it, it won't itch as much. Yeah, I mean, ice is a miracle drug. It's simple. I mean, there's people spending thousands of dollars for cryo tubs. It's an ice bath. They just soak in ice water for 12 minutes a week, 3 minutes a day. Ice baths, I'm telling you, ice is like phenomenal. just reducing inflammation. That's why anti-inflammatory sells so much. But that's chemically induced reducing, but it causes other problems like kidney issues and digestion issues. It causes ulcers and burning holes in people's stomach. It's bad news. Even ibuprofen, bad news. You need to take it for a week. So ice is amazing. So someone's in a situation where they're homeless. What can you do to stay healthy? The biggest one is situational awareness, to know your surroundings. Number 2, to stay healthy, you have to eat and hydrate. Hydration is key. More people die from dehydration than anything else. Number 3, confront the addiction or mental illness that you have. Get the help you need at the Joseph Center. Ask for help and stay on the path. Remember, God is faithful. God is faithful. So one of the best things to manage any pain that you may be experiencing is exercise, to keep moving. And depending on the body part where the pain is, whether it's a shoulder, to just get gentle motion. Don't start by trying to go full range of motion. Do what you can. And if the left side is hurting, do the same exercise on the right side first. Find a normal and then feel the difference there. That motion is life, life is motion. You've got to keep moving. Now, if there's been a fall or a trauma, that's a different story. You have to seek medical attention. If there's, the skin is broken, you cannot move the joint, it hurts that bad, you have to get to the emergency room to assess that. But for aches and pains, neuromuscular, you got to keep moving. You'll notice life is motion, motion is life. It might hurt worse in the morning, but as you get up, you get moving, you feel better. Life is motion, motion is life. That when you move, it stimulates different nerves that help reduce the swelling, and it helps the muscles that were tight begin to loosen and move again. So life is motion, motion is life. You got to get that joint moving. If it's the knee, same thing. Stabilize and just try to get gentle motion back. And then ease by ease, step by step, it will start to feel better. So one of the things that causes pain is inflammation. Inside the body, there's not a lot of real estate. So when something gets injured, whether it's a mosquito bite, a twisted ankle, getting hit in the face by a baseball, the lips will swell. Swelling and inflammation is the cause of so much of the pain because the nerves are getting compressed or irritated. And so with that being said, one of the best low-cost modalities is using ice, reducing the swelling and inflammation. The next is stabilizing to a certain degree. If it is a severe strain, like I've seen people in car accidents where their head went all the way back and came forward, using some type of cervical collar or a brace sometimes can help. But the best thing to do is use ice. Ice universally will reduce the inflammation in that targeted area. So a simple ice pack, a cold can of Coca-Cola you can put on there that will stay cold. That will help. Use ice 5 to 10 minutes. Do not get an Igloo ice pack and sleep on it. I've seen people put ice so long that they got frostbite in August. So don't keep it on there too long. Just 5 to 10 minutes, 15 minutes maximum. Then take it off, get up, walk and move. For pain management, ice is the best solution. So one of the best modalities to help with low back pain or knee pain after using the ice for 10 to 15 minutes is to stretch, to target those tight muscles that are putting pressure on the nerves. One of the best stretches that I share with patients on a daily basis is this stretch right here. You're going to put your feet shoulder width apart. You're going to put your forearm on your knee. With your other hand, you're going to place on your other knee. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to look over that shoulder where that forearm is on your knee. So you're going to take a deep breath. You're going to look over that shoulder, push away, and breathe out. You'll feel that stretch from your rib cage into your hip. You'll transition to the other side and just look away and breathe. Do that 2 to 3 times on each side, and you'll literally feel the pain go from a level of 10 and it'll reduce. The more you perform that stretch with that cycle of ice, you'll feel a lot better. The power of the major body can heal your body. We just need to take the pressure off those nerves, keep it flexible, and keep moving. Another great stretch is one that's stretched behind the leg into the calf. What you're going to do is you're going to kick one foot out on an angle. So if 12 o'clock's right in front of you, you're going to come out to 10 o'clock. With the opposite hand, you're going to bring this down, and you're going to try to bring your toe to your hand as you exhale. And you're going to feel that stretch behind this calf all along your low back. Take a deep breath in, you're going to sit up, and then you're going to kick your foot out on the opposite side. The opposite hand comes down and comes through. Exhale. There. You'll feel that pull from behind your calf into your hip. And relax. Again, when you do the stretch, start off really nice and slow. Remember to breathe. Taking those deep breaths allows the muscles to get more oxygen to help them relax. And then continue with that cycle of ice for 5 to 10 minutes. Do the stretch on each side. And whatever you do to one side, do the other. Be sure to stay balanced. And take those nice deep breaths and know that your power of the major body can heal your body.